G'day again everybody out there. This was a great request. It's Mantra by Bring Me the Horizon. To start this song, we've got this cool intro with the kick drum playing the first of every 3/16 notes, and we're doubling the second of every 3/16 notes, so we get something that sounds kind of like herders, and then right at the end, we're just going to hit a snare drum. I'll play it for you slowly. The sticking that I'm using for that section is just leading all of the 16th notes with my right hand and then filling in the 32nd notes with my left hand. It's definitely a bit more work for your right hand, so you might be able to work out a different way by alternating your sticking. Moving on, we're into our first heavy riff section, and throughout this song I can't quite tell exactly if there's a 16th note pulse going, there's like a tambourine or something happening, and I don't know if that's on the hi-hats as well, but I think for this riff section it sounds great if we play it up on the crash cymbal, so check this out. I'll just play that last bar once again slowly. Those are the two main parts of that riff section. We just go back to the first two bars again, and then the last two bars are really similar to the first again. Let me play that whole section for you up to speed. After those tom hits, the drums drop out and we just have the vocals kicking off this first verse, but eventually the drums will come back in and we've got a groove that sounds like this. If those 16th notes on the hi-hats are a bit quick, you could scale them back to 8th notes because, as I said, I had a bit of trouble hearing exactly what was going on over the top with the crashes, hi-hats and ride cymbal. Moving on, we're into this kind of washy little instrumental section, and it sounds like this. That brings us into our first chorus, and we're going to get a lot of mileage out of these first 4 bars, because every time we hit the chorus, these are the 4 bars we're going to start with, including the fill at the end. I'm playing 16th notes over on the right cymbal, but once again, if you wanted to scale that back to 8th notes, or maybe put it up on your crash cymbal, depending on what you hear, you can make your own choice. Anyway, this is what I've worked out. Sounds like this. Adjust that fill at the end slowly. After that fill, we go back and play 2 more bars of that same chorus groove, and then the last 2 bars of the chorus are a little bit different, and they go like this. Then we're back into our riff section, which is the one that we played up on the crash cymbal at the beginning, and it's exactly the same this time. I'll just play the last couple of bars for you because the stop at the end is on the kick drum instead of on the toms. That stop leaves space for the vocals to once again bring in the verse, and this second verse on the drums is a little bit busier, so let me break it down a couple of bars at a time slowly, and then I'll go back and put it all together up to speed. Here's the next bar, which is a cool fill. Now here's the next 2 bars. And now the last 2 bars of this verse. Now I'll put that whole verse together up to speed. This time there's no break, no interlude, we hit straight back into that chorus again, which is where we're playing 16th notes over on the right cymbal, and it's just the same as we did the first time, but at the end the fill is just a little bit different, because that's going to take us into the bridge. Now we're up to our bridge, and it is nice and spacey to start with. We're just hitting a few crash cymbals in a rhythm like this. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and up 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and up 2 and 3, 4. For the next part, we keep those same hits, but we're just going to fill things in a little bit with the snare drum, so that will go like this. And the next 2 bars we fill in just a little bit more. I'll play that whole bridge section a little bit faster. That one is heaps of fun to play along. Take time with it. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen like that. It might take a little bit of practice. Moving on, we've just got 16th notes on the hi-hats and sort of like a hand clap, so I might play a rim click on the snare drum. That same pattern carries on for a few bars, and then at the end there's a fill and it goes like this. Now we're into the chorus again, and it's really similar to the very first chorus that we played. We've got those same 4 bars with the quick 30-second fill around the kit that goes like this. And then the last 2 bars once again have those driving kick drums like this. And now we're nearly at the end. We're into our last riff section, and this one has a couple of really great fills that hit some nice accents with the rest of the band as well. So I'll take them slowly, and then I'll put it all back together up to speed. Here's the next 2 bars with a really tasty fill at the end. We drop off beat 1 of the next bar and then play through just like this. 1, 2. And now here's the last 2 bars. Alright, now let's put that whole outro together. There we go, we made it to the end of Mantra by Bring Me the Horizon. There is some great stuff in there and a few things that are a bit quick. Just take your time with it, come back to this video whenever you need to, so that eventually you can jam along to the song. Happy practicing, everybody, and I'll see you at the next lesson.